So yeah, I think it was either yesterday or the other day. You know, it was actually yeah, it was yesterday. It was really amazing how so this had to do with this topic, and then I was like, I was going grocery shopping for my mom, and then I was like, so I was gonna go in and go out, do my usual thing, um, and then I was not gonna talk. And then I was like, I go in there, and he was, for some reason, we were talking about Thanksgiving, right? And then it come up, and then for some odd reason, I said, yeah, I'm not religious. I'm not religious. And then I was like, and then he was like, we were talking about, and he was talking about Thanksgiving. I was like, I don't know how that related to religion. I was like, oh yeah, you're right. I guess because so many of the holidays are sometimes have to do with religion, and it was kind of pretty funny, right? And then I was like, oh yeah, you're right. And then we were talking about, he was explaining me about Thanksgiving and stuff like that. But then he said he's not religious, or he doesn't have a religion. I was like, usually people who say that are actually, and this is what I was thinking, atheists, right? Well, for me, I'm not an atheist. I'm spiritual, but I don't have any religion. I used to be Buddhist. It's just that because I follow the path of Bob Proctor. I listen to what Bob Proctor said. He actually read the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, the Baba Gita, and many other religion that he had read. And I look up to Bob, and I wanted to be like him, but I can't be like him because in Ralph Waldo Emerson, he said that would be suicide. Imitation is suicide, right? And we were talking. I was like, maybe he's atheist, and then he said, yeah, I'm atheist. I was like, oh wow, and it was right. I didn't want to offend him, but he's not the type of when we were talking, we were actually engaged. It was pretty interesting how he believed, he believed in science, and he believed, it's whatever he believed in. But the thing is, I actually liked the conversation where we're going. Toward the end, I was like, yeah, when people force the religion on you, that's not okay. But you can think whatever you want. It's just that you shouldn't force any religion on other people how they should think. I think that I was explaining how that people become a prisoner of their own minds and stuff like that. And he was talking about he studied philosophy because in the class, and I forgot what he also studied, but and it was a lot of fun. And I realized I like to engage in a intellectual brain sex type of way. I don't really care for the mundane stuff or stuff like that. Doesn't really interest me. But I like open-minded people more than close-minded because the close-minded people. I see the thing is what I'm trying to gear toward is you gotta get away from this close-minded thing because close-minded is cool. It's not cool when if you're trying to change your life, if you're close-minded, you can't really change your life with that type of mentality. And besides, it's much more fun if you're open-minded because you get to observe. I mean, absorb a lot of information that's pretty interesting that you might be missing. A lot of people are missing a lot of tips, tools, and techniques or knowledge or information that they close off just because they say they can't do this or they won't learn it or that's too weird. Hey, if it's too weird, that's okay, but it has the potential to change your life if you're open to let it in. That's why I read so many books because I understand that too many people are too proud of their own mind, but their own mind has become a prisoner of their own. They made they build walls around, and that's why I realized that in order to succeed in life, you have to be with a abundance mindset, meaning it doesn't have to be monetary, but we have to open with new eyes. That because sometimes when people are close-minded, that's why I dumb down the information because they're close-minded. I can't really it's not fun. They will criticize you for it. They will think you're weird. But people who are open-minded, they don't criticize. They're flexible, you know, because adults who are closed-minded will say, "Why are you doing that? You know, you will never be successful in that, or you shouldn't be able. You go back to school or do something with your life because you're a freaking loser." Really, a freaking loser? Is that how you think in life? That's why you will never be successful, right? The thing is with that is so limited way with these type of thinking. You know, now I start to see it, young generation, uh, or yeah, they start to think the same thing as everyone else. Like, how the heck you expect to be happy if you think like that? And then people think that they're chasing. It's the same thing as people who are chasing personal development or self help. They think that they will do this one time and they will become successful. No, it's a long period of time. And it's the same, like people are chasing instead of looking and finding ways to become happy. I am happy right now. I get to be able to talk to people who I look up to, like Lennon Arnold. That was the exciting moment in my life. And I was like, wow, you know, when I get to do interviews and it made me happy. And it's also serving people at the same time. I want to serve people because I want to put them in the right direction, not the whole crap that they've been listening to. I need to be able. It's gonna be a little bit difficult. People don't like to hear that. People gonna they don't like they like to hear what's familiar. That's confirmation bias. They like to be safe, so that's why they try to fit in. But in order for me to do something to change your life, to be able to change the way our mind is, I need to get other people on here to interview to be able to, because it's for me for one thing to say out of my mouth. I have to let other people come in and be able to interview them on this channel. And then it's not just me saying that. It's if you notice, a lot of people who are very open-minded are willing to try these ideas. They don't say, I can't do this, I can't do that, and they're not willing to. You have to be very open-minded to be able to change. That's why the most successful people are very open-minded, because they can hold two ideas at the same time, even if they're like, oh, that's why I was going to, the guy the cashier guy, he's like, yeah, it's life is not black and white. He was right. But too many people see life as black and white, but it's not. It's not black and white. And you can't see it say it this way because there's so many contradictions that can happen. A lot of things can happen in life that change your perspective. You know, that's why I like surrounding myself with people who are open minded, because it's fun to talk about things that normal average people don't talk about, because who would talk about space? I mean, yeah, maybe they're nerds, but no, that's not reason. No, it's about changing like your life with ideas. I like that. So my message is this: be open minded. Don't be close minded like everyone else. That's because if you do, then you will never see the light. I think that the more open-minded that you are, you can see the light, where you're going, who you want to be. But people who are close-minded don't want to change because they're afraid to change. Everything get hard at first, but it gets easier. So yeah, thank you for listening to this message. I had actually had fun. That was a good talk. I wish I get to talk to him more longer. But one day I will talk to him. Yeah, yeah. I like that. Everybody have a different point of view for spirituality, and you should find your own happiness. Or you get to choose your own happiness. You get to choose your own success, whatever that may be. My success is for right now. You may not see it, but for me, it's interviewing people. It makes me happy because I get to see uh, how people think, how people behave, how people smile, how what their thinking process is. And it made me happy because I get to share with you guys what I'm about. Because I don't do usually people who are into doing niches like business niches or law of attraction niches. They're only doing one specific thing. And for me, I'm different. I'm not. I'm curious. I'm not. I'm a curious guy, so that's why I'm curious. I will like do any people who will interest me, not just the law of attraction or personal development, because you can go so much. But I think I like different point of views of people who are passionate about what they're doing and they're successful at it, whether or not they're either successful entrepreneurs or successful kung fu masters or whatever. But it made me happy because you get to see their point of view, not just mine. I mean, it's great to see mine, but I'd rather you get great advice, and that I'm serving you in return. I want to give as much value when you're listening because I want, I care. I care for people. It's just that people are sometimes dicks. Sometimes, they criticize for me for doing this or why I do this, and they don't understand. Just because I don't do what society want me to do, or um, teachers, or just because of that, you know, I'd rather be who I am. I'd rather not be persuaded by the dogma, the limitation with people thinking. I don't like that because it's funny that people always like, oh, Johnny, you should do this. Why should I do that? Why should I go to school? Why? Because you say so? Why? Give me a reason that I should go to school. Oh, because you can be successful, so you get a degree. Why should I get a degree? You should ask yourself, why did you do this? Is it because someone tell you to do it? Is it because you're following someone else's dreams? Is it because you're doing it for someone to make someone happy? Is it because you want to make it pleasing? Probably is. For me, I'm not here to please you. I mean, that's not. I'm here. I'm not here to please. What I meant was, I'm not here to please the people who want me to be conformed by the rules of how they want me to play the game. You see, everything in life is a game, but it's a game how you want it to be played. You must be able to break the rules of the society mind, not breaking the law, breaking the rules of society way of thinking. Now you may, and people will bash on you for that thinking. People will bash for you and criticize you because you're disrupting people's core belief system and values. It's because that's what they believe. That's how they grow up to be. But they don't understand that they can change their way of thinking. They don't understand that they can change it. They're not a tree. They're not an animal. Well, mammals, but they're not like be water. Bruce Lee talk about be water. You know, and I just realized it clicked because water can adapt. Water can change when you put water into a cup. It becomes the cup. I realized that. But if you put in the water into the kettle, it becomes the kettle. You see what I mean? Water can adapt. So why can't we adapt into the person that we want it to be instead of conforming to all the ideas of how your teachers, society, parents you say you should. Therefore, you will grow up to be like them, thinking and be jaded by the whole fixed-minded stuff that you can't change your life. That's how most people live their life. You know. But anyway, I just like talking because it still amazes me that I'm glad that that guy is open-minded. I enjoyed that conversation. It made me smile. It made me happy actually. Holy crap! And I wish I had talked to him sooner. Like I wish I could engage in conversation with him sooner. Oh my god, that was awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The lesson is be open-minded. You'll enjoy life much more better. So thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel, like my video because I will be doing book reviews, interviews, uh, content that will change your mind, your behavior, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.